Photo candles. They make such great gifts. You can give them for Mother's Day, for Father's Day, weddings, the birth of a new baby, memorial candles, or for your fur babies. I've never given one that wasn't appreciated greatly. And unlike flowers that are here today and gone tomorrow, it's a gift that lasts with such sweet memories. Let me tell you what we're going to be doing tonight. I've got this candle. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. It's a big one. I was commissioned to do memorial. What you do when you do a candle, you need tissue paper and you need copy paper for your printer. You need to take a photo and download it and make it to the size you want. You want it landscape, horizontal, you want it portrait. When you put it through your printer, what I do is I take a piece of printer paper and I put a big X on it. Back here I did a sample to make sure how it goes through your printer so that you're not wasting paper and you're not having to do this process twice. But I put it through and I put the X on it and it did not print on the X. So the X was facing up. So I knew to put the tissue paper on the opposite side of the X and put it through. Anyway, when I did that, I put a piece of tape, top and bottom. I did not do the sides. Let me tell you why. Sometimes they get wrinkled because it's tissue paper and it comes out like with creases in it and stuff when you do the sides. I know that you have to have the sides complete, or the top and the bottom completely covered with tape, because any little thing can catch your printer and mess it all up. So you don't want to do that. But after you get it done, you're gonna release it from the paper with by cutting off the top. Just like you would a rice paper, I'm just gonna put a little bit of water across the top. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going across the top here, and I'm just gonna, you know how we do rice paper? Same thing, same concept. I'm just gonna pull it off and feather it a little bit. Just a little. And down the sides. What I'm noticing with this is that it's beating up a little bit. The water is beating up. Now that might be because of a couple of things. I did print it on the shiny side. There's two sides to tissue paper. There's a shiny side and there's a flat side. You can do any side you want. I did the shiny side. It's like it beads up. I can't explain it. It just kind of bubbles up the water. Don't want to get the water anywhere but on the sides here. What would happen if I did that? And that helped a lot. Paper absorbed the water right away, so I kind of like that. Make sure my surface is dry here. I don't want to get it. See, I'm getting it on areas I don't want it to get. All right, what you want to do here is you want to find wherever the front is that you want to use as the front. I kind of look at the candle, how it's wavy, and see how it's got a little dip here in the front. I don't know. To me, that looks like it might be the front. I think it is, because when I go like this, the battery pack is exactly horizontal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay this down. So you want this to be nice and flush with your candle. This candle is not a plastic candle. It is wax. And you can feel that it's wax. You can scratch it and see that it's wax. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down, and then I have a piece of wax paper. This is not parchment, okay? This is not parchment. This is wax paper. You know how when you pull your paper off of the roll, it rolls the way that it was rolled on the roll? That's the way you want to roll it on your candle. That's how I remember. There's a waxy side and a not so waxy side. The waxy side is going to be underneath, and it's going to be the part that goes like this, like the roll of that you took it off of, okay? You're going to lay this down nice and flat over the candle. making sure that your picture is right where you want it, right? You're going to take a little piece of tape, and you're going to pull taut and smooth, so you're not having to hold it together while you're heating it. Now, what a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people do this, where they heat it with an iron. I don't prefer that method, and let me tell you why. When you do it with an iron, your iron is flat, right? This is cylindrical. So you're putting a flat, hard surface on a cylindrical item, and it just doesn't work as well. I feel like when you do this, the wax just melts right off of this paper so nicely, and it just melds the photo right into your candle. So you got candle wax, it's melting it in, it's melting this over it. It's kind of like just, pouring wax on it, except for you're melting it on, So that's what we're going to do with our heat tool. Making sure that I got it right where I want it. All that jazz. And you don't want to get it too close, but you'll see the photo will start to change. You don't want to hold it in any one position for any length of time. Do it in sections. This isn't the kind of a craft you're going to rush. You're going to take your time. You're going to keep your heat moving, because if you don't, you'll disfigure your candle. And even these battery operated candles, you don't want to leave them where sun's going to hit them, because I have one here that I did with my 3 grandchildren when they were little, and it was sitting in the sunlight, and it kind of went cattywampus after some time. But you can kind of see it's already starting to do something. I don't know what yet. I've done dozens and dozens of these in my Etsy shop. I used to offer them. I've done lots of them, and I've never had an issue. Aha, it's happening. It's happening. It's kind of like when you do fine line crackle. You can see when it starts to happen. Okay, see right here where it's kind of darker, right here, that little spot? That means the wax is melting from the wax paper.
Hey, if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, why not? Make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos.
Okay, I'm going to release this soon. It's hot, that side. You want to touch that side until it cools a little bit. I'm just going to kind of very gently, yep. See right there? That's how you know that it worked. And you want to wipe off all the little white, there might be little white spots on it, and that means it's just wax. So what I can do is I can just go in there and heat it up a little bit more, just to smooth it out. That's all. Very slowly, in case there's a piece that didn't adhere, but I think it pretty much did. Just wipe it down. Nice. I don't have any wrinkles. This will melt it and smooth it out a little bit. So there's no white spots on it. You want all the little white spots to be melted over top, and that's gonna hold the photo on. Okay, there, like that. See? Okay, you're gonna love, you're gonna get hooked. You're gonna be making all of your friends and family one of these for Christmas. Imagine it with Santa on it. Vintage Santa. I'm just saying. It would be so cool, right? All right, so I have this ribbon. I love it. But I had this piece that was already cut, so, and it fit perfectly So I said, that was meant to be. She's in a kind of a country setting. She looks like she's in a barn. There's some animals out in the distance. So I'm thinking she's kind of a country gal. So I love this burlap with the lace. I think it's pretty. Okay, just cut out that little bit of, I mean, you figure it's not going to be handled much, right? It'll probably be on a mantle or something, or, you know, a shelf. This just might work, y'all. I think I like it. Yes, I do. And let me tell you why. Because it's got layers, and I love that, right? I love the burlap and the lace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply take a little bit of hot glue. I'm going to find the exact back of it, the center, back here, and just hot glue it on. I have my hot glue gun on, I have it on low temp, so as not to disturb the wax too much. It's not going to melt the wax, let's put it that way. And I'm going to just connect it nice and tightly. You know what? I'm going to connect it in the front too with just a little dab, just because I can. Just in case, you know, it should slip. I wouldn't want it to slip. Somebody go to grab it and then it would pull the whole thing off, right? We don't want that. And I'm going to put another little dot there and a big dot here at the end, where I'm going to stretch it right around. I have this crunchy, I did this, gosh, back a few months ago, where I took this ribbon that has acetate in it, and I wet it, and then I crunched it and heated it and got it all wrinkly. I love the way that happened. And you can buy it like this, and it's expensive, or you can make it yourself really for a lot less. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a little piece of twine. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 4 fingers and I'm just going to go around once, loosely, twice, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just going to nip it off right there, take it off my hand, and I'm going to scrunch it and tie it right in the middle. I don't want to make it too tight, not just yet. When I get it right centered, snip it off, and you just kind of fluff it all up. I have some scrapbooking ink. I have the Distressed Ink Vintage Photo from Tim Holtz, and I have a little Dollar Tree makeup brush that is a smaller version of the kind you get from Hobby Lobby for the same exact purpose and a lot cheaper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress this rose because it's just too pristine. We're just going to make it distressed, and we're going to give it a little bit of pink after. That's what I did after my live the other day when I did the foam jewelry organizers. I did 3 of these, and they turned out so stinking cute. They almost look like avocado stain, and it's so much easier. I mean, let's see, do I have it? Yep. Okay, this is what it turns out like. Isn't that pretty? Those are pretty little roses. They look like they've been avocado stained to me. Anyway, kind of like that. So you just keep going in and rubbing all inside, outside, upside down, all of the petals. You want to get all of the petals every which direction, and especially the center. I like to make the center a little darker if I can. This is a really soft makeup brush. All right, I see a lot of brown in here. It's looking cute, isn't it? Isn't that looking pretty? I love that. We're going to add a little dewdrop, rocket red gold. It's not. It turns out really pretty pink, and I'll show you in a second here. I didn't even clean my brush. I'm just going to get in here and goober it up. Now watch. Watch how pretty this turns. A little bit of pink in there. Isn't that pretty? It just turns the prettiest shade of pink right over that brown. I love it. Get in there right over the brown. It just gives it a vintage look. Doesn't take very long. It's a lot quicker than avocado staining. Of course, you do avocado stain, you throw them and you walk away. You come back. You guys are probably going, avocado, what's she talking about? If you've never seen avocado stain turns, and I've got my YouTube channel, I have a video on how I did it. You can avocado stain lace, you can avocado stain these beautiful foam roses, fabric, but avocado, because it oxidizes, it turns a kind of a pink color. So you take the skin of the avocado, and when you put it in hot boiling water, it turns a pretty shade of pink. It's really pretty. Kind of makes your flowers look a lot like that. Anyway, that's what I did the other day, and I said, oh, that looks like avocado stain to me. And against this rusty, silky looking ribbon, I think it's going to be really cute. Yes, and I was right. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So I'm just going to add that to the center of the bow. I was going to take the bottom layer off, but I kind of like it. It gives it, it gives me that layered look that I like. I think if I take that one off, I won't like it as much. This looks like a little porcelain rose. A little zigzag, and I'll put it right on that burlap right here. All right, look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I was looking at these water transfer. I could overlap 3 of them. Like, that would look kind of cool, actually. So let's try the first one and see if it works before I get all excited. You gotta fussy cut them. But if they're on a little tag like this, then you just fussy cut them right at the edge. I wasn't sure I was going to do this, but I thought, yeah, it kind of lends itself to the colors in this. They're kind of sepia tone a little bit. Get me some water. You have to have your sponge good and wet. Okay, so what I'll do, more than likely, is put one right here, and then I'll kind of like overlap. You know what? I should cut them out, and then I can see how I want to do this.
I'd be interested to know what images you would put on your candle. Would it be family photos, vintage family, a favorite pet, vintage Christmas? Let me know in the comments.
I'm going to put, I think, the bee in the middle, like that. I don't want to cover anything of hers up. Okay, I think I'll put this on this side. So you gotta fit it like a puzzle. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the middle because I can see a plan. All right, all you do is you bend this forward, and this little plastic piece comes right off, and this top is sticky. Okay, these are from European Excellency. My link is in the description of this video. And I'm going to lay it on here where it's sticky. Make sure it sticks good. I'm going to take my little sponge here and I'm going to wet it. And the coolest thing happens with this, if you've never seen this before, my link to Totally Dazzled and European Excellency is in the description of this video. So I would appreciate it if you are going to purchase, that you would use my link. Thank you so much. you wait. Okay, here we go. There's a reason they call them water slides, because watch this. SLIDE. Like butter. I love it. There's a couple of, you know what? Let me heat it for a second, just for a second, and see if I can get those bubbles to go away. There's a little bubble, and it might be just from the water. Might be water trapped in there. So if I can rub them out. Seriously. Looks pretty good to me. What do y'all think of that? Put this one down here. And this one right up here. Because it's kind of, oh, wait a minute. Nope, it's got to be this side because it'll be turning that side. Haha, glad I caught myself on that. It's mirror image, you know. Here we go. Let's pull this off. Then I'm going to overlap it a little bit here. Just enough. The water is going to release that sticky transfer. This looks like an outdoorsy kind of a scene she's in, so that's why I'm thinking these would be kind of cool. And it looks vintage. Let's see if it slides. Yep, it's ready. Like 30 seconds, and it slides off very nicely. Oh, I love it. Look at the vintage look. Oh, that is so pretty. I like the overlapping effect. A collage of summer with the bumblebees, and oh, I love that. You know, I love that. There's like a little writing behind it. And what's cool is you can see where you overlapped it. It's kind of sheer. You can see what's under it. I love that look. That's so pretty. Perfect. Right? Okay. Third one here.
Okay, let's speed this third one up. 1, 2, 3.
It'll tell you when it's ready. It'll start sliding. Get this one off. Oh, sweet. Seriously, it looks like I waxed it on with. It looks like I did the wax process. Oh, pretty. Isn't that pretty? I love that look. I have some little rosettes, and I thought about putting them along because we got the rose here. I thought about hot gluing them over the burlap. I think I'll do that. There's like 2 on each side going around. Just pretty, just little form flex. I have 4 of them from the project I did the other day, and I just thought they're just you know, extras. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. See, like that. Just a little bit of little something, another layer. That's all. Another layer of prettiness. That is really pretty. Can you see how cute that is? Wish I actually had some more. I could always make some more and make them go all the way around. 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more. Possibly. I may do that. It would be really pretty if I just put like, kind of just glued it to the side. This little baguette one. It's demure. That's the word, right? It's small and it's classy looking. And I kind of like it. And I do like this one too, but it's ever so slightly bigger with the roses and the heart in the middle. I do like it, but it just seems too big to me. This seems perfect. So, you know what I'm gonna do, don't you? Okay, and then put, oh, this hot glue is not hot. So I'm just gonna hope for the best here. It's pretty. I like it. The only other thing I can think of that I would do would be to add some totally dazzled bling on the edge of the, like just a few dots of it. Just a few. Of the rhinestones. Just want to just add some in between the rosettes. love. And I'll need to make 3 more of the rosettes to go along the back, but I think that is a keeper. I think it's a keeper. I love, the back was too plain, you know. I think if you have this on a table where you could, a coffee table or something like that, where you could see back and front, that's nice to have something back here to look at that's pleasing to the eye as well. So I am going to call it. I think that's beautiful. I'm going to leave it just as it is. The only thing I might do different is I might add some of the rosettes in the back. I might add some more little stamps in those white spots back here. Maybe. But I'm kind of loving it, actually. I think it's really pretty. And I hope you do too. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And let's turn it on. Let's turn this off. See if you can see it flicker. See if you can see it flicker a little bit. You see that little bit of a flicker? Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it. And it goes down deep and it illuminates the image. And I think that that's really important. Sometimes candles are cheap. Like if you get them at the drugstore or something like that, they're not like this. They're, I got this on Amazon, and I can link it for you. And I don't remember how much it was. It was under 20. It was under $20 for this. It was, I think it might have been like 16, something like that. Don't quote me, but I think that's what it was. So that is it. All right, guys, have a blessed rest of your night and love you all. Bye-bye.